So I'm really excited about my Insta 360 camera and the fact that I've lost my selfie stick. There's an invisible selfie stick, so there's nothing cutting through the frame. And because it's 360, I get home and I'm not missing footage. I'm not like chopped off from the waist down or something like that. It folds up very small. It's super light. It's the best constructed selfie stick slash monopod I've had for an action camera. I've got some rigs that I have some great affection for. I think I was the first to have a hockey stick taped up and made just for the GoPro. Maybe, I don't know. But this goes extremely long, boom, right into the lens. Look at that. And it becomes very small. So it's just a little bit smaller than my smallest rig ever. It's lighter, it's professional, it's got a very nice grip here. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here to talk about the editing. I don't often get excited about editing, but this editing threatens to change my life for the better. I can edit on my desktop or my laptop, but if I edit on my iPad, there's a mode where I can stand and pivot and shift and follow the action. Maybe just pan off to see what's on the other side of the street out of sheer interest, because I don't get to do that when I skate. I can even look at the ground and see what I skated over, maybe what the difficulties were. The reason this is so revolutionary to me is because when I'm out skating, I work myself very hard. I come back maybe a little inflamed, all pumped up, and then I sit for like 6 hours right afterwards editing. That's not very good for my back health. Let's bring this light down. For the mode I want to show you today, I will hit Viewfinder. And when I hit this button, it's game on. So I have to pull back a little bit. There we are. I'm doing a lot of turning here. Let's look across the street here. What do we have? Men's clothing, convenience store. Art gallery or something. So here's some shots of me editing the other day. This is the alley sequence where I'm skating down the alley.
Nothing redundant in that last sentence at all. So editing with the Insta 360 viewfinder mode is quite a bit like a video game. I do sometimes need a few tries before I get it right. Here, for instance, I don't really want to look like I'm tearing away from the porta potty. So I delete, go back to the beginning, and shoot a little more forward facing, and then swing the camera back around towards myself when the shitter is a little less prominent in the scene. Yes, there's so many realities I can create or expose. Look at me, boom. Do I point it at the scenery, the skating? Sometimes I'm pointing ahead and I hear something interesting happen. I swing back around and I was doing something interesting on my skates. So I start that over again. Sometimes I start looking at my footage even before the edit and I just get really interested in what's happening on the street. I've already kicked myself a bunch of times for not turning at certain points where I saw something that would have been so much fun.
So this process might not cut my overall edit down at all. It might even lengthen it because I have to choose which part of the 360 view I want to include. But by the time I'm into the editing done, I'm very familiar with the content and the clips that I want. So I'm spending less time sitting.
Back to the motion. Quite gentle twisting and shifting. A few quick pivots, nothing crazy, so I think this is perfect for after a hard skate. To keep me up a little bit, not sitting, compressing my lower back, pressing on that piriformis of mine that gets inflamed very easily. And in this front room is a great place to do it because I have a ton of room. So yeah, that's it. That's my very techie tech review.
So when I'm not editing, this little guy here is what gets me on my feet. I probably play hockey with you, what, an hour? 2 hours a night? He likes playing hockey. He's very impatient though. I've got you.